Chapter 1. You never saw it all. No matter how many times you walked through the blood and gore, no matter how often you looked at the horror man inflicted on man, you never saw it all. There was always something worse, something meaner or crazier, more vicious, more cruel. As Lieutenant Eve Dallas stood over what had once been a woman, she wondered when she would see worse than this. Two of the uniform cops on scene were still retching at the mouth of the alley. The sound of their sickness echoed back to her. She stood where she was, hands and boots already sealed, and waited for her own shuddering stomach to settle. Had she seen this much blood before? It was hard to remember. It was best not to. She crouched, opened her field kit, and took out her ID pad to run the victim's fingerprints. She couldn't avoid the blood, so she stopped thinking about it. Lifting the limp hand, she pressed the thumb to her pad. Victim is female, Caucasian. The body was discovered at approximately 0330 by officers responding to anonymous 911 and is herewith identified through fingerprint check as Wooten, J.C., age 41, licensed companion, residing 375 Doyers. She took a shallow breath, then another. Victim's throat has been cut. Spatter pattern indicates wound was inflicted while victim stood against the north-facing wall of the alley. Blood pattern and trail would indicate victim fell or was laid across alley floor by assailant or assailants who then... Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Who then mutilated the victim by removing the pelvic area. Both the throat and pelvic wounds indicate the use of a sharp implement and some precision. Despite the heat, her skin prickled, cold and clammy as she took out gauges, recorded data. "I'm sorry." Peabody, her aide, spoke from behind her. Eve didn't have to look around to know Peabody's face would still be pale and glossy from shock and nausea. "I'm sorry, Lieutenant. I couldn't maintain." "Don't worry about it. You okay now?" "Yes, sir." Eve nodded and continued to work. Stalwart, steady, and as dependable as the tide, Peabody had taken one look at what lay in the alley, turned sheet white, and stumbled back toward the street at Eve's sharp order to puke elsewhere. "I've got an ID on her. J.C. Wooten, Doyers, NLC. Do a run for me." "I've never seen anything like this. Just never seen—" "Get the data. Do it down there. You're in my light here." She wasn't, Peabody knew. Her lieutenant was cutting her a break, and because her head wanted to spin again, she took it, moving toward the mouth of the alley. She'd sweated through her uniform shirt, and her dark bowl of hair was damp at the temples under her cap. Her throat was raw, her voice weak, but she initiated the run and watched Eve work. Efficient, thorough, and some would say cold. But Peabody had seen the leap of shock and horror and of pity on Eve's face before her own vision had blurred. Cold wasn't the word, but driven was.